Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel and welcome to another highly anticipated eyeshadow palette review. This week is pretty much turning into eyeshadow palette review week. Yeah, Friday's video is going to be the same. But today we're going to be reviewing the brand new Lunar Beauty Life's a Drag palette. This is obviously the palette from Manny MUA's new brand, Lunar Beauty. This is his first release. Everyone's been going crazy over this and everybody's been asking what are my thoughts on it. So yeah, today we're going to be doing swatches of every color. I'm going to give you a live demonstration of the palette on my eye, let you know what I think of the formula, how it performs, and at the end, let you know whether or not I think it's actually worth the hype. So yeah, if you are interested in seeing an honest review of this one, because I did actually buy it myself, then please keep on watching. Okay, so it came in a cute little box. It came with this little card. They look so good on the front of this. I'm dying, literally. And it's all really fancy makeup. I feel like every single review or every single look that I've seen of this palette go up, I feel like it's all been crazy, crazy colors. So I'm going to try and show you guys the neutral shades as well today, like as well as some colors. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. The actual box of this is beautiful. Actually, you know what? Before we get into the packaging, let's talk about the price. This one is going to set you back $45 US, and girl, the shipping to get it to me here in Australia was an additional $25 US. So all of that added up and then converted into the Australian currency, it was like $92. It was more than $92. So this cost me nearly $100. So if you do live in a country other than the USA like me, it's going to cost you more than half the palette in shipping. Just so you know, full disclaimer. I'm not sure why it costs that much. But yes, the actual cardboard packaging on the outside of the palette is beautiful. I really love the rose gold. I love that it's reflective, at the same time as being very sleek. The actual Life's a Drag text on the front is like an embossed gold glitter. Really, really pretty. And don't look at my band-aid. I cut myself last night with a butter knife. Who does that? Only Nicole would do that. On the back, there is a little message from Manny. Some information. It does say that it's cruelty-free. It's got 20... Why did I think 21 colors? No, this is a 14 pan color palette. It's cruelty-free. Bring out the queen in you with this beautiful mix of neutral and bright colors that blend effortlessly. All right, cool. As far as shipping time, maybe it took about a week and a half to get here. Maybe a little bit more. So let's open her up. Oh, the back is nice. Oh, girl. Oh, girl. I'm getting Huda Beauty vibes with this packaging. Huda's been the only one, or is it Huda? I never know if I pronounce it right. She's been the only one thus far to put eyes on the front of a palette. So I am getting similar vibes here. On the back, it says Lunar Beauty. Oh, hopefully you can see Lunar Beauty Life's a Drag color palette, blah, 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 blah. The front is this really cool, like holographic. This is obviously Manny's eyes in full glam, but it's got like this holographic sheen over it. It does look quite cool. The palette is huge. Like, look at this next to my head. I mean, I do have a small head, but like, it is a really, really big palette. Feels very heavy, feels very luxurious. Oh, look at the inside. It says, be a queen. Oh, don't look at my desk. It'll be filthy. Yeah, cool. So it's got a mirror. It's actually quite a small mirror for the size of the palette. Personally, I would have preferred the mirror to go across the entire top so I could actually use it to do my makeup because it is quite small. And it comes with a plastic guard. Yeah, the colors in this palette look absolutely beautiful. They're actually a lot richer and a lot deeper than they kind of looked in all of the photos that I have seen online so far. So I really love that. Very, very, very pretty. So this end, you've got 6 neutrals that are all mattes, and then you've got 2 shimmers in the center, and then you've got 6 colors that are all mattes. I lie. Fishy. It does look a little bit glittery. Fishy. Oh my gosh, Kiki, or is it Kai Kai? Well, however it's pronounced, Kiki actually used to be my nickname at high school. It does come with a double-ended brush. Okay, so one side of that is a blending and the other side of that is like sort of like a dense packing brush. So that is cute. Back of the palette is like gold glitter. It does look quite nice. I think the packaging, I mean, there's a lot going on, but I do think the packaging is quite nice. It gives me Manny vibes, very, very Manny vibes. Like Manny's quite like, I guess you could say bold and loud, and this packaging is definitely that. So what we're gonna do now is go through, we're gonna swatch all of the colors in the palette. I'm gonna do live swatches on camera so that you can see how the formula performs. As per all of my other reviews, I don't personally like finger swatches. I don't think that they give an accurate, impression of how a shadow will actually perform on your eye. But it does, however, show you the color and the texture. So we're still going to do them, but don't judge the palette based on the finger swatches alone. And then after the swatches, I'm going to be doing a full look on my eyes, working with all of the colors and just seeing how the formula goes and if it's actually worth your time. So yes, let's jump into the swatches. Okay, so starting out with the neutrals, first we have a matte white, then we have a warm tone matte transition, then a cool tone matte transition color. They're both sort of light browns, beautiful shimmery pink, gorgeous, gorgeous shimmery gold, a deeper matte brown, a beautiful matte burgundy, and finally a matte black. You can see some of these mattes, they're just tricky to swatch, but like I said, don't judge the palette based on that. So there you go, all of the neutrals in the palette, a really nice selection in my opinion. Loving the warm tones. Then for the brights, we've got the beautiful bright yellow, a super bright purple, so pretty, I love that one, a bright turquoise sort of light green color, a bright pink, and then finally a super bright reddy burgundy, and then finally a bright blue. So yeah, those are all of the brights. How cool does that look? I am loving all of the colors. All right, so those are all of the swatches. I'm actually pleasantly surprised with how this palette swatched. I'm not going to say that I was expecting it to not swatch well, but I kind of was. Yeah. So now we're going to go ahead and create a full look using the palette. We're going to see how they blend on my eyes and everything. I'm feeling, let's do things a little differently. Let's use neutral shades all on the tops of my lid, and then let's try some of these beautiful bright ones on the lower lash line. It's a pretty stiff brush. I mean, I'll try it. I'll try it later. So first up, I'm going to take Sickening, which is this really nice warm tone light crease color. I would call this a transition shade for sure. I'm going to work this one through the crease. Got a pimple on my eyelid. Like, why? Okay, so this is applying really, really well. It's actually quite easy to blend too. It's kind of like a terracotta, but more muted, if that makes sense. Does that even make sense? Probably doesn't. Okay, blending that one through the crease and kind of working it upwards and outwards as well. I really like that color Sickening. It is sickening. Next up, I'm going to take Hunty, which is this cooler tone crease color, because we're going to try and use as many shadows as we can today. And I'm popping that one sort of through the more direct crease. I never use cool tone like transition shades. That's just not something that I do. But this one I don't hate. I typically hate all cool tone transition shades. I'm like, ugh. Just don't think it looks good on my skin tone. On other skin tones and like on a lot of clients and models and stuff that I've worked on, I'll use them. But yeah, on me, no. These are blending really nicely. And I actually don't hate that transition shade. Interesting. The one thing that I wish this palette had that it doesn't have, like I would get rid of this green one here and I would have a really bright orange, like a super, super, super bright orange. That is what I would do. Orange is the best thing to have in an eyeshadow palette. So you all know when I release an eyeshadow palette, it'll have an orange in it. Okay, I'm gonna go in with Trade now, which is this beautiful rich burgundy. And I'm gonna apply that in the outer corner and in the crease, and I'm pretty much going to put it everywhere. That is a nice freaking color. Oh my god. I am having a tiny bit of difficulty blending Trade. It's sort of just sticking a little bit through the crease. I did prime my eyes using the MAC Pro Longwear Paint Pot as always, and then I used a translucent setting powder to set it all down. It might have just needed more blending. It might just be one of those shadows where you have to blend for a little bit longer. The actual color though is beautiful. Now this is a majority matte palette, so whether you love that or you hate it, I guess it just depends. I personally probably would have liked to see some of those beautiful, bright, vibrant colors in more shimmery, like maybe like half and half, half matte, half shimmer. I'm gonna take Snatched now, which is this beautiful bright red. Oh, I love this color. Oh my god. And I'm gonna use that one through the crease as well to warm things up even further. Oh my gosh, this one blends out so well. Like literally so well. I really hate that pimple there though. I just feel like every look that I've seen using the palette has been only the brights, and I really wanted to show you guys the formula of the other one so you can actually make, an informed decision on whether or not you're going to spend your money on this. Because if you're in Australia, girl, it's a lot of money. You need to know what's good. Remember when I told Brandon that it was over $90 and he was like, is that going to babysit the dog as well? Like, is it going to clean the house? Like, $90? Oh my God. Okay, that has blended out literally perfectly. I've got nothing bad to say whatsoever. Really, really happy. Should we do the gold legendary or should we do the pinky shimmer? These both swatched absolutely freaking amazing. Oh, I think I'm going to go the gold. Actually, let's just use both. Stuff it. I might actually try the brush that came with the palette to do this as well. So first I'm taking Beat. I'm just going to try it dry first. And then we'll wet the brush if we need. Oh. It actually works pretty good. Pretty color. Very pretty. Let's try it with a finger as well. Okay, 10 times better with a finger. Oh, girl, that's a nice formula. Oh my God. Yes. Definitely recommend these shimmers with a finger. Look at that. Look at that. And then on the outer half of the eye, I'm going to go in with Legendary, the beautiful gold. Oh my God, that is beautiful too. Yeah. Okay. I see you, Manny. I see you. Look at that color. It is just like boom. Let's try the blending side of the brush. I'm kind of a bit scared because it is quite, like it's quite stiff. But I'm just going to use that very softly around the edges of that glitter. Oh yeah, it worked. Okay, we do have a little bit of fallout from the glitter mainly. I didn't really have too much from the other colors. Because these shimmers are they're more of like a chunky kind of a pressed glitter sort of formula. But let's move on to the lower lash line now. I feel like I'm going to do kind of like a bit of like a rainbowy sort of situation on the lower lash line. But first up, I'm going to take Sickening and I'm just going to run that through there. It's always best to lay down sort of like a base color or a transition color when you're working on the look. What is going with my hair? Oh my God. These baby hairs, I'm telling you. Bane of my existence. Okay, where was I? Oh, lay down a base color or a transition color when you are going to be using, darks or brights through the lower lash line. It'll tie the entire look together, plus it'll make it a lot easier to blend. I mean, I would be happy with this look just how it is. Like seriously, exactly how it is. I wouldn't, if you wanted to go more neutral, stop here. It's kind of just making my eyes water, like it's a bit firm. Oh, that pimple, it looks ridiculous. Pimples ruining my life since I was born. Now, what we are gonna do, I think we're gonna use some pink, some purple, and maybe some more of that shimmery pink and make it like sort of a rainbow, but not. Okay, first I'm taking Kai Kai. Oh, Kai Kai and Kiki. Maybe this one is pronounced Kiki. And if it is, it's definitely my nickname. Oh, thanks for naming your shadow after me, Manny. I'm touched. I'm going to take Kai Kai. Apparently that's something dirty. I'm going to have to Google it. All right, and I'm going to put that pink right on the inner corner. Actually, let's use the palette mirror. Okay, that's applying really nicely. Ooh. That's quite pigmented. Yes. Don't worry too much at this part about blending things out too heavily because basically you pack on the shadows and then you blend in between them. It's the easiest way to do it. Then I'm going to take the purple Pageant Queen. Definitely gives me Urban Decay Electric vibes this side of the palette. And I'm going to work that from the outer corner inwards. I guess as well you could call this like a safe way to add color to an eyeshadow look without getting freaked out by it, if that makes sense. And then back in with that brush earlier that we used, the transition shade. Just going back over just the very edges of those two colors and sort of fading them in. Shall we add a blue? I don't even want to. Like, I feel pretty happy with how it is like this. Yeah, I don't think I want to. Okay, and then finally, I feel like we have to try the black. There's a black in a palette. It's always good to try it on camera so that you know. I could also potentially ruin the entire look, but you know what? Let's live on the edge. Taking it on a small blending brush, I'm going to put it in the very outer corner. Oh, it's actually quite a good black to work with. There you go. It's not too over the top pigmented, which means it's easier to blend. It was very pigmented on the swatch though, but actually on a brush, Like, it's a great buildable formula. It's so funny how messy eyeshadow looks before you've got, you know, liner, lashes, whatever on. Like, it's just hilarious. So what I'm going to go do now is the rest of my makeup off camera, put lashes and everything else on, finish the look, put some lipstick on, and then I'll be right back to talk about this palette and if I actually think it's worth spending all that money on. All right, guys, so here is the finished look. I finished the rest of my makeup. I am loving the way that this has turned out. I think that this is a really good way to incorporate some color into your eyeshadow look without it being a little bit too over the top. I know a lot of people are really, really scared of color. I personally love color, so this palette for me is something, you know, that I look at, I'm like, oh my God, color. I would just like paint an entire rainbow on my entire face and live my best life. But for those of you who are a little bit more reserved, this is a really fantastic way to get a full look out of the palette without sort of being a little bit scared or just feeling out of your comfort zone. Definitely these neutrals would be beautiful for everyday wear, very pigmented, very buttery. You saw how they blended, you saw how they looked on my lids. Really amazing color payoff. Like, I love the color payoff of this palette. Like, if I could say anything, the color payout of this is like, oh, she is good. She is so good. The shimmers in this are absolutely gorgeous. I would personally prefer to see more shimmers for my preferences in a palette, but again, we are all different. And as far as the brights go, love them all, but I would have liked to see a bright orange in there as well to incorporate for blending and for, you know, sort of more warm tone eyeshadow looks. But you guys, now that I've got this, now that I've spent the money and the money for shipping, oh my God, I think that it was totally worth it. You know, the quality is there, the actual product quality, and, you know, from a technical makeup artistry point of view, very easy to work with. You know, definitely a beginner could use this palette and just, you know, really, really blend it out so well without having any issues. I do think it's very well thought out. You know, you can create a variety of looks using only one palette. I love that it's got the brights in it as well. Definitely something different. Shipping, need to tone that down. As far as the packaging goes, you know, I'll be honest, it's not my favorite packaging, but that's because I'm more of like a black and gold, chic, minimal, you know, classy looking packaging kind of girl. This is loud, it's fun, it's bright, it's attention grabbing. Like, it's definitely all of those things. So if that's something that you're into, you will adore it. Also, the brush, no. I do not like this brush at all. It's very stiff, it's very hard, it made my eyes water. Really difficult to blend with the blending side because the bristles are just so hard and stiff. I don't personally like the brush, but I don't really like the brushes in any eyeshadow palettes except for probably Anastasia. Her brushes are my favorite. But there you go, guys. Those are my thoughts on the brand new Life's a Drag palette by Lunar Beauty, which is obviously by Manny MUA. Definitely brings something different, something new, something fun. I like it. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope that it was helpful. If you do have any more questions, please leave them in the comment section down below. And I look forward to our next one, which is in fact my third eyeshadow palette review for the week. We're going to be reviewing the brand new Huda Beauty Rose Gold Remastered palette. So yeah, stay tuned for that one on Friday. But I love you guys so, so much, and I will catch you in my next video.